morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Come on in. Come on in. Have a seat. What have you been up to? What are you working on? Okay, it officially has to be hot everywhere. I hope nobody has a big Afghan on their lap today. Made some iced coffee this morning with a little bit of heavy whipping cream and cinnamon and a little splash of peppermint, hoping that the holiday season is on its way, right? Hopefully. So, it's cooler in the mornings, but then it's heating up to about 100 in the late afternoon. So, this morning when I took the kids to school, it was a little chilly. So I got into the closet and I pulled out it's a hexy sweater. It's a cardigan. It was made a couple of years ago. Make Do Crew. I was on the pattern test for it. It's a beautiful bobble stitched hexy cardi, big sleeves. I was thinking about making it again and sizing down on the hook and sizing down. I think this is that 5. I think it's a 5 weight. What is this? Oh my gosh. Oh, loops and threads. It's loops and threads, and it has like the fleck bits. Come on, you know what it's called, even though I've forgotten. When I pulled it off the hanger, I'm sure we've all experienced this or will experience this. What happened? I'm being very careful with it. Well, luckily I have some of this extra and I can stitch back. I'm all caught up here. I can stitch back through and grab all those loops. Being very careful with it. When it takes you that long to make things, they should last forever. Hangers shouldn't massacre our creations. I know I probably shouldn't store it on a hanger, but in this house, there's one end of the closet that I have all my yarn totes in. I don't think my husband's noticed, but they're in that end. And then the whole closet is his. That closet, the whole closet's his. At the very end, there's this awkward nook kind of area. I put one tension rod across the top, and that's where I hang all of my handmade items. So they are all together, and I go to the closet, I pretend like I'm in a fashion boutique store, and I flip through my handmade garments and I pick something lovely to wear. Maybe I should crochet the hangers. That would keep them from falling off. It would look as vintage, as cute as heck, and could use up some yarn, and it won't have any pokey bits to get my sweaters. Just a thought. Add it to the list of the million things I want to do, right? What have I been doing? Man, it's been a while since we've gotten to visit. I've been working, I've been stitching, and doing house stuff. But I have been crocheting. So let's start with what I finished yesterday. I used this Yarn Bee Velvety Smooth yarn. I had this left over from when I made the ballerina swan that I made, that snuggle swan. Originally it was a duck test pattern, and I bought some of this black for a monster that I made that I will not be sharing because I need to gift it, and I will share it after it is gifted. So brought those two colors together to make A crow. Oh, it's so soft, like what a lovable little guy, right? This is the pattern from Maple Designs. It's a flamingo pattern. Look at the tail feather. I did add a few more tail feathers just because I thought a crow would have more tail feathers. But it's so cute how they stick out. I modified the beak. I only worked the first 5 rows, and then I added a row with a bunch of single crochet increases up here to give him that little crow head look. I did not add the top feathers. What else? That's about it. Oh, I added eyebrows. Oh, and I didn't do the, so the flamingo pattern has a little headband that you make. Wouldn't it be cute if I could do it in white and red, like a little picnic tablecloth for the crow? I don't know why I always think of crows as eating the produce. So I made a little crow. He's been hanging out on the coffee table in the living room. I keep my calendar on the coffee table so family can just jot down things that are coming up. And he's been sitting next to the calendar, keeping an eye on things since yesterday. What else did I make? All right. Well, the Crochet Monster by Megan Lapp. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Look at all those features that I have already explored. I even moved on to this side. So I've made 2 monsters since we last had a chance to visit. One of them is being gifted, so I can't share that one. And then the other one, it's a gift too, but it's for my niece. I can share it. She doesn't watch my YouTube channel. Ready? Look at those eyelashes. Megan Lapp put so many cute little features in this book that no 2 could ever possibly look exact. We got some eyeballs. We got a mouth. The teeth keep popping up, but I have a feeling when my niece is running around in the wind, it's gonna flap the teeth up anyway. So put some wings. How fun are those? Put a pocket. I did the blobby body style. The spikes. Oh, I changed the spike pattern. So the spikes work up perfectly, nice and smooth. But then I was having a hard time stitching them on. You know, when you sew something that's just one chain thick, it's kind of difficult. So I single crocheted. So I got the spikes, and then each stitch has 2 on the side. I single crocheted on one side, got to the top, did 3 single crochets, and come back down the other side with a single crochet. So it gave me this nice little ridge to be able to actually pin it while I was sewing it on. Megan does amazing with her patterns. I don't think that she would mind that I needed a tiny bit of a modification just to make it work right. For me, it works right. For other people, I'm sure. So we did a round mouth. It's got like this black hole kind of look. The tongue is movable. The teeth are movable. I don't know. Another little cutie for the... This one just looks like it's making noise. My niece is always making noise. I'm sure she will love it. That was mostly made with the Hobby Lobby. I used, I think, the painted, and then just a lime green. Nice and bright. Again, that was from Crochet Monsters, which there are still a few more features in here that I haven't gotten to play with yet. I'm excited. Ooh, that was a heavy book. There's a lot of patterns in there. Highly recommend that one and the Impkins one. They're like potato chips. You just can't have one. So the seasons are getting ready to change. We made that red, white, and blue crumb catcher for in front of my toaster. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I got it washed, put it away. we need to move on to fall. I made a toast cat. It's very vintagey looking. I didn't follow the pattern exactly, but the pattern came from my Annie's Crochet, Spectacular Crochet. This is vintage. This was published in 2020. Let's see, I think I actually ordered this one from Annie's in 2020. Tons of patterns. Love the whole Halloween patterns. And the intention was to make that blanket. Oh, yeah. First thing that pops into my mind is look at all those ends. I won't be making that blanket. I'm not an ends person. I'm okay if I work over them as I'm going. You guys hear tuna? Tuna fish. And they're yelling, yelling, yelling. So there we go. So let's see, I used the eyes off of this one. I didn't do the surface stitching on the cat for the whiskers because it was embroidery. Oh, we better hold it like that, huh? Better hold it way over there. So yeah, I kind of modified a bit. I did like the striping look because if the toast crumbs fall on there, it's a little disguising. I did my best. This was a quickie little project. I worked on it in the car while I waited for Ryan at boxing, which he's doing great. Having a good time still. Season's changing. We have to change the crumb catcher and we have to change up Stanley. Stanley needed a change up. So we did. We changed up Stanley. So I have a new obsession when it comes to Stanleys. I love my chapstick. I do. I have one in the car. I keep one in my purse. When I'm working, I have one in my pocket. And I keep one... They're everywhere. I got chapsticks everywhere. And it's usually just a plain, boring, original chapstick flavor. But I noticed someone at the grocery store had a little chapstick holder on her keychain. So I asked her about it. Hey! I like your keychain. She goes, oh, thank you. I found it on Etsy. So went over to Etsy and I found a chapstick holder. Look at that. You just put, it's like a neoprene print and it's got skeletons and pumpkins and the little AliExpress. Ordered the bat quite a while ago. So we already had a bat. So I was thinking I wanted to do a bat mug hug. I already had a bat. I need something else. I put on my green glitter boot, my silicone boot to keep the scratches off, which I don't really... Stanley goes everywhere with me. If he gets scratched, I get scratched. Scratches are natural. So I made no pattern. Made a spider web, worked until it measured the top of my Stanley. Did some single crochets, no increase. I got like a little bobble here where these came down. I skipped a stitch, made some little picots on there. Started with my navy blue because it's a little too black. And then I just did a bunch of random chains. When I worked back down, I put a whole bunch of double crochets in some and not the other. So it's kind of like ooze, but Ryan reminded me it also looks like little octopus legs or little monster legs. Kind of fun. So when I got to the blue, when I attached it, I left a long string. There we go. We could see better on this side. Left a long string. And then when I finished that last row, I left a long string so I could tie it under his handle to help hold it on. So when it's time to fill Stanley... I don't know if I like this design. With my Velcro, hold on, Tuna, I'll let you out in a little bit. We have company. Usually when I fill my Stanley, the mug hug is just this piece. It doesn't interrupt anything. So when I fill Stanley, I untie this, I lift the top, screw the top lid off, and then I can fill them, put it back on, and tie it. No big deal. But it feels really secure, and I don't have a lid topper because I don't have a Halloween lid topper. So I thought that was a nice little seasonal lid topper. I know it's still August and we got September before October, but I love October. We might have a couple of Stanley outfits for October. I looked down, my basket's empty. That's what I've been working on. I've also been working on a garment piece for a friend for a birthday present. Not due, well, not due, but not to be gifted for a little while. I've been working diligently on it. It's a big project, which, you know, it's worth it. It's worth it for a good friend, right? Put your all into something. But I can't show you guys, so that's why I haven't been around. I've been working on items that I can't share yet. So I'm glad I have a few little things to share with you today. Leave me a comment below. What have you been working on? What have you finished? What's your favorite coffee blend this season? We're in that in-between stage, right? Chilly in the morning and heating up during the day. I hate to cut our visit short, but he's going crazy. Can you guys hear him? Tuna. Tuna, what are you doing? Yeah? You need to go outside? Everybody's left for the day. Usually he finds one of their beds to sleep on and relaxes for the rest of the day, but something must be bothering him. I better go check. Thank you, thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye.